What's going on, everybody? Aaron Clough, realtor here in Dallas, Fort Worth, and I want to introduce myself. Like I said, I'm a residential real estate agent here in the greater Dallas, Fort Worth area, but I do specialize in a few areas and want to talk about who I am, my backstory, how I got to this point, and then talk about the type of content that I want to put out that'll hopefully bring value to anyone that's interested in real estate, looking to grow a portfolio, buy, sell their first, second, third home, or just toe in the water and see what that process looks like and be a better homeowner. So I work specifically in the Rockwall, Rowlett, Richardson, Plano areas, as well as some areas in East Dallas. And I actually grew up here in Dallas, Fort Worth. My family moved here from Chicago in about 1990, so grew up in Plano, an alumni of Plano East High School. Got to travel around, was fortunate enough to play college football. I was fortunate enough to, even after that, to coach college football for 5 or 6 years, and then found myself back in Dallas working for one of my stepdad's companies, working in a startup organization doing consumer packaged goods. Fast forward a few years past that, I found my way into sales. Didn't even know that recruiting in college football was in fact sales, and then I had a background, but it had been something that I had been doing for a long time, was selling software products. So selling software to property management companies, starting in the single family space and then working my way up as far as client size, dealing with customers that were managing apartment complexes, commercial, industrial buildings, and then a couple different areas of the real estate industry. And so after a few years of that, realized that I was in love with the real estate aspect of it, but really could care less about the software aspect. Now, I know software is a huge part of what we do, use it every day, touch it a lot. So not going to undermine or downplay how important technology is, especially when you're operating a business or as an investor or managing properties, but found myself just really drawn towards the real estate side of things. So fast forward, 2018, after a couple of years of that, got my real estate license. Just as a side thing, it was going to be a side hustle, was passionate about it, wanted to be able to better sell to my clients. Found that, got a couple deals done, had made some moves in some companies, ended up actually getting let go at the end of 2020. But the funny thing about that is that it was one of the biggest blessings in disguise. Me and my wife had talked about how I wasn't happy in that role, how it was a hard year in sales, COVID was happening, all those things that were just stacking up the chips against me. Wasn't living up to my end of the bargain as far as hitting my numbers. And so talked to my wife and said, let's do this. Let's make it through Q1 of 2021. Let's go through, let's stack up some money. I'm going to make the full-time jump to real estate, cut the golden parachute, and give it a year. Well, that was in about October, November, put some plans in place, was cruising on that. December 1st of 2020, actually got the call, got sat down by HR and my managers and said that I was fired. So got let go. First time I've ever been fired, the last time I've been fired. But I guess it has to happen once in everybody's life. So got me into the industry full-time a little bit faster. But 2021 going in, knew it was crazy. Coming off of COVID, there was a huge demand, huge backed up demand. It was the market that we experienced last year. Was fortunate enough to help 13 families move. So 1 rental, 12 buy or sells, and just absolutely jumped in and fell in love with the process. And so even though it was my 3rd year to be licensed, it was my first full-time year. And man, I was really, really fortunate. I got to work with a diverse group of clients, getting to sell all different types of houses in different neighborhoods and areas down here in Dallas, Fort Worth. And so was fortunate enough to get kind of the kick and tail that I needed to get away from the corporate life and start into this. But this has landed us in this point. You may have seen some shorter films, some shorter context, some longer content that I've done, but I am passionate about helping people achieve their real estate goals. And I know for each person that may look differently. That may be buying, as I said, an investment property, or it may be, okay, how do I get the most out of the house that I'm in now? Or how do I maximize and cut down my monthly so I can help whether that's put my kids through school or invest in other assets, whether it's buying stocks or bonds or anything like that. There's a lot of things that real estate can do for it, including growing wealth, but there also is the enjoyment aspect of it. So my goal is to put out content, talk to experts in areas that I'm absolutely not an expert in the trades, in financial planning, in home remodeling, people that have built pretty sizable real estate portfolios, and find out A, how they've done it, and B, how you can learn from them and align what they've done and the learnings that they have with what your goals are. And somewhere in between there, hopefully you get some entertainment, get some knowledge, and you'll just enjoy and be able to take part in this content. So I hope you tune in. I hope you share this if you want to. A like would mean the world to me. Comments would be awesome. But stay tuned. Hope to have some fantastic guests over these next couple weeks and next couple months, and hopefully bring some great value to you for those of you that are interested in residential real estate, specifically in the city that I love, Dallas-Fort Worth. I guess that's a metroplex. Dallas in itself is a city, but you get what I'm saying. So y'all be good. Stay tuned. If there's anyone you want to actually hear from, maybe it's, hey, I'd love to hear from someone that does X, or I have no idea how to keep my plumbing clean, or what should I be looking out for from an electrician? Let me know. Comment below, share this, and we'll try to bring as much value as we possibly can. Y'all be good, y'all be blessed, and we'll talk to you soon.